Okay, so today we're going to do a deep dive into something really interesting. It's hypno-channeling. You've been really interested in the HypnoVibes YouTube channel, and specifically, we're going to be focusing on a video with Naomi the hypnotist and Tina as the channeler.
Right.
And they're working with the channeled energy of Andre Ducombe's higher self. Now, before we really get into this, I think it's important to remember what hypno-channeling is all about. It's
Yeah.
all about connecting to this higher consciousness
Yeah.
and sharing universal knowledge through channeled energy.
Exactly.
Kind of like, the Next Level You book series on Amazon by Naomi Zhu, but,
Yeah.
live and unscripted.
Absolutely. It's really fascinating to kind of dive into this. And the thing that is really intriguing about this particular session is that when the channeled energy, supposedly of Andre's higher self, comes in, they say, "Oh, I see. I did not expect you."
Yeah.
It's almost as if they were surprised to be there connecting with Tina and Naomi.
Yeah, it's like they walked into the wrong Zoom meeting, but they decided to stick around. But then they get to the heart of the matter, and they start talking about Andre's YouTube channel.
Hmm?
And the purpose of the channel being to spread spiritual messages, which is, pretty spot on, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it seems to suggest a deep familiarity with Andre's intentions, but then there's a little bit of a twist.
Okay.
The channeled energy claims that Andre isn't being truly authentic on his channel, and this is possibly due to a fear of judgment. And it actually goes on to kind of critique how he uses a lot of these spiritual terms and labels without truly understanding what they mean.
Yeah, and it kind of goes back to what you were saying about, how sometimes spirituality can become superficial.
Exactly.
Because people get caught up in all the buzzwords and they don't really get the deeper meaning behind it.
Precisely. And that's where it gets really interesting because the channeled energy suggests that Andre's guests might actually be falling into the same trap. They're kind of mimicking his style and throwing around these terms without really having a deeper understanding themselves. It's almost like this ripple effect of inauthenticity. And what are the implications for the viewers, right? If
Yeah.
you're going to Andre's channel looking for information, looking for guidance, but the information is coming from a place of insecurity or a place of superficiality, then how valuable is that information really?
Yeah, it really makes you think about a lot of the spiritual content that's out there and what the motivation is behind it.
Right.
But the critique doesn't stop there. The channel energy goes on to say that Andre's relying too much on external validation instead of connecting with his own inner wisdom.
Yes, it's almost like a call to go inward rather than outward.
Yeah.
That's a really powerful message for not just Andre, but for everyone on a spiritual path.
Definitely.
Have you ever felt that pressure, to conform to certain ideas or certain practices rather than trusting your own intuition?
Oh, all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And the channeled energy actually kind of points out that disconnect and says that even when Andre is talking to his guests, they're not really talking with each other, they're talking at each other. And, you don't really get that sense of a deep connection. And it kind of makes you think, are these conversations really valuable, or is it more about presenting a certain image?
Right. So whether you believe that this hypno-channeling session is actually Andre's higher self speaking or some other energy, it definitely offers a pretty strong critique of Andre's YouTube channel.
It does.
And it really challenges him to be more authentic.
Yeah.
And to embrace self-discovery. And I think that's something that we can all take away from this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a reminder that true spiritual growth often comes from looking inward and trusting our own unique paths and being willing to be vulnerable, and
Yeah.
share our authentic selves, even if it's messy or imperfect.
Yeah. So we're left with some really interesting questions here. Like, is it possible to be truly authentic in your spiritual seeking without worrying about what other people think?
Right.
Is it more valuable to have this kind of polished, perfect persona? Or is it more valuable to just, embrace the messy reality of your journey?
Yeah.
And could this channeling session, whether we believe it or not, be some form of spiritual guidance for Andre? I mean, what do you think about all of this?
Well, I think that's a great question, and I think it's something for all of us to think about as we go on our own journeys and explore these different spiritual paths.
Definitely.
It's important to be discerning and to really question the information that we're taking in and to always look for that deeper connection.
Absolutely. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder all these questions as you continue to explore the world of hypno-channeling and all the layers of Andre's YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive,
Thank you.
and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Invite whatever the energy that is related to this person The person's first name's Andre, Andre, last name Duqum. So I have questions to ask. So whoever is the proper energy can come through the body when I count to 3. 1, coming through this body. 2, almost here. And 3. When you're ready, you can let me know.
Oh.
Yes, very good. Thank you for being here. And can you identify yourself?
Andre's herself.
Ah, I see. I did not expect you. I have the question regarding his channel. I watched not many, but I watched enough to know. So before I ask anything, can you tell me what is the purpose for him, let's say, to have this particular channel?
He serves a larger purpose of spreading spiritual messages.
Mm-hmm.
He is supposed to use his YouTube channel to do that.
Right. However,
he's not fully being himself.
Correct. Thank you for being honest. Because he's throwing a lot of terms, a lot of words, labels, but because I do understand. So when I listen to like every sentence he says, it does not make any sense, or most of the time, because he's afraid of something.
He's afraid of judgment, other people's opinions.
I see. And also he has those guests. I don't know if they understand this part. So the guests, they are doing very similar type of thing. They're throwing terms without knowing what they're talking about. Is it because of the energy from him?
It is because they do not understand.
Right.
And how to be more concise, straightforward.
Right. But why Andre invites those people? He knows he does not know, so he believes they're good. So I'm not planning to send this video to his channel, email him. I really feel this does not serve him or others. And he can have a very good channel if he can be more of himself.
Yes, he needs to search within himself instead of seeking outside for help, for wisdom, for advice.
Right. Yes, that's how I feel. The wisdom, the knowing is within. And maybe he believes that by interviewing or having those conversations with people that he believes they're good, that he can learn things from them. But the truth is, the two people, him and the guest, they're talking with each other, but not with each other. They're talking on their own. And this would not help anyone, would not help Andrew or the guests or the viewers. And why we need that? We have a lot of people, they are really hungry for the true knowledge, the true wisdom. And so a lot of people are watching his show, his videos. But unfortunately, I don't think they can really learn anything that can truly help them. So by watching those videos, people would not be able to wake up or find out who they truly are and what their purpose is. But why he's spending time, energy doing that? And so I want to send this video to him. He might not believe, but that's up to him. Anything you want to let him know?
Yes, I only have one message now. Do not go down the rabbit hole.
Very good. I do feel when I watch those videos, I feel I need to let him know. And that's why I decided to do this channeling. And I'm going to do that, and I'll let you go. And I appreciate your communication today.
Thank you.